Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the EBR 105. It's the Tier 10 French light wheel vehicle located on the North Spawn of Murovanka. It's being driven by the Bassman from Hell. Yes, he's graduated from the EBR 90 and now he's in the EBR 105. Now, I actually commented that I think this is a worse vehicle than the EBR 90, and he actually agreed with me. It's got a much longer reload time than the 90 and isn't quite as effective. It may be faster, but I don't think it's better. Okay, well, you can see he's made a quick run into the Magic Forest and he's gone back to cruise mode rather than speed mode to try and spot the enemy. And he spotted a few already. A phase 1, E50 and a Barask. Oh, and the Centurion. And he's picking up a load of spotting assist. And they can't see him at the moment. But he fires one round and that obviously gives away his position. So he has to pull back. Now he might need to get out of here quick. And thankfully he does have the fastest vehicle in the game. Top speed was 105 kilometers an hour. Now it's 91 kilometers an hour. Top speed by the wiki is 70. According to this, but I think that's cruise mode. Okay, second shot hits the Barask and he is picking up spotting assist as well. Now it is a 105mm gun capable of 390 alpha, and it's actually a bit of fiction because there was never a 105mm gun put on an EBR. In fact, the only 90mm gun that was placed on an EBR was actually for foreign order, not for the French, because the French had the 75mm gun, but they never opted to buy any with the 90mm. Standard reload is 12 seconds, he's got 10.84. I can remember when these first came out, I managed to splat one with an Arty. It was actually an M53, M55, and I got him. Even though he was weaving about the battlefield, I managed to predict where he was going to go. Put a shell on top of him. He sent me a message afterwards saying, cheat! No, I think Arty players have actually learned fairly quickly how to actually place a shell to hit a target like this when it's moving quickly. You can see he does have great camo. And he's taken out the E50. So he's already got 3,000 hit points of spotting assist. And he puts another round into the Skoda this time. And that enemy must be getting pretty fed up with him getting all the spotting and doing damage as well. Yeah, they might reckon that he's in this bush now and just try a shot in on the off chance that he's here. This could be interesting. The Chrysler's moved up, so he's going to be the focus of the attention, and this might enable the baseman to try and get a shot into one of those tanks, potentially the ones closest to the Chrysler. Yeah, he doesn't want to get too close though, and still be auto-detected. I think that's why he's pulling back. He knows that A phase 1 is way too close, but now he's in cruise mode. He can go faster and turn faster, or rather not go faster, but he can turn very quickly, and he's doing pirouettes, almost distracting that A phase 1 whilst his gun reloads, but he can still go in for the kill shot even though the Chrysler K's dead. Yep, that E phase 1's got a long reload and he dies to the gun, so that's his third kill. But he needs to get out of here because if he doesn't get behind cover, one of the enemies is going to place a round in him. He's still got all his hit points, but it does become a very tempting target. Remember, the enemy does have an Arty, and if that Arty works out where he's actually going to each time, they might decide to lob a shell into this tree and see if they can rattle him. Well, the brass down there has basically got the same turret as this vehicle, And he's now put around into the 75, so he's doing almost as much damage as he's spotting. Not quite. And there's the opposite number. He's auto-aimed on and gets around in because, of course, he aims directly towards him. But got hit by the Abrask. Now, the EBR is going to be firing back at him. He's not aiming in this direction yet, but there you go. You're out the game. He made a bit of a mistake there. He should have just aimed backwards, locked on, and not gone in a straight line if he could help it. Bassman was waiting for him to go in a straight line, and he did, and just blasted him up the rear. Okay, this game is definitely going Bassman's way now because there's only there's a 4 tank difference. He just got hit by the Wizzy, but he took out the Barras with 1 round, and now he's got a patrol duty. He's going back for the Wizzy 120. I think he's unspotted. Oh, Wizzy's gone. And now there's only 4 enemies left, including the Arty. And there goes the Arty. GW Tiger P's out the game. I forgot to mention it is a tier 10 game. He's right up against the edge of the map. Yeah, you can't drive off the map, Bassman. You've got to drive straight. I took out the border, so you can't see the border. But I think he's letting his teammates close in on target. Either that or he's typing at the moment. Well, the ST2 is taking a hammering. I think he's almost on his last legs. And the Indian Panzer's nearby. He's not going to stay in the cap. He's obviously going to get more hit points. Locks onto the ST2 and takes a kill. My gum, that's a lot of kills. He got 6 kills in this game. He's got his top gun. There goes the Indian Panzer. Next one's back chat. Oh, he just missed out on getting the back chat. I think the reload would have prevented him getting a Radley's, but he was well on the way to it. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for the Bassman from Hell in the EBR 105. His first ace tanker because he got the scrolls underneath, and yes, he did do a lot of damage as well as actually spotting for a lot. He got a Reaper badge for taking out 3 enemy vehicles in a row with a single shot. He got a sharpshooter for doing 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy, as well as a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a Master Gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, and a Fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He did pick up a Top Gun for killing 6 enemy tanks, but somehow he lost the patrol duty to somebody else, I think, maybe, or maybe just didn't qualify for it after all. His win rate from that battle was 7,176. Yeah, that's a very high win rate, super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Brask on his team with 3,736, but he didn't pick up the high caliber. I wonder why. Was it less than 10% of the enemy, 20% of the enemy hit pool? Maybe. He did pick up the second highest damage though with 3,618, and the third highest damage in the game was that batch at 25T, which was the last enemy tank to be killed. And yes, he wouldn't have been able to get the Radleys simply because he had to kill 2 enemy tanks, and he just couldn't wait 10 seconds for that gun to reload. So he would have been able to kill one of the remaining enemies, but not both of them, because his teammates were homing in on them very, very quickly. When it came to kills though, he definitely got the top in that one. 6 kills went to the Bassman. 3 kills went to the TNHT Viz 51, who also managed to pick up a steel wall. And 2 kills went to the Batchat 25 ton and the EBR 105 on the enemy team. So he wasn't a bad player. It's just he made a tactical error by driving straight away from the Bassman. He was turning, but he then decided to go straight just for a moment, and that was all that the Bassman needed to shoot around right up his rear and take him out the game. And let's have a look at the XP. Yep, it's actually the Barask who got the highest one in this one. 1,366 went to him. He did get the highest damage, and that's why he earned a bit more XP. 1,000, of course, he's tier 8, and Bassman is tier 10, so obviously he was earning extra XP to all the higher tier tanks he was hitting, whereas the Bassman picked up 1,313, and these were the only 2 players who actually managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. And of course that was an ace tanker base. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 14 rounds, got 13 direct hits and 13 penetrations. There's no fault with the gun. It is a very, very good gun indeed. Good penetration. That's why the Barras does so well in this game. 3,618 hit points of damage, of which 444 were done at more than 300 meters. Most of the damage at close range in the Magic Forest. 3 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. Very lucky of that, but I think actually it just goes to the fact that the wheels on this vehicle are virtually impervious. The shots that actually penetrated must have hit the body of the tank, but the one that didn't penetrate probably hit the wheels. And as you know, even if you hit the wheels on a wheeled vehicle, it doesn't slow it down, which is a completely, it's just a travesty really. It just makes the game worse because you can't kill these things easily. 6 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 4,417 hit points of spotting assist in the game. So he actually did do more spotting than he did damage at the end, but it's still a very high total either way, because it's basically, it's over 8,000 damage overall. He earned 71,058 credits from the game, and after repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, and yes, the consumables are the thing that hit him here, because he did actually have to spend 40,000. He did keep the number of premium rounds down to a bare minimum, actually, considering he fired 14 rounds, and yeah, I'm not sure he actually used any premium rounds for that matter, but he ended up with a loss of 14,105 credits. He got 7 ones, and he got 1,969 XP, no multipliers, that's all he got. Well, that's the end of the first battle. Let's have a look at the second one. Here's the second battle, and this time round the baseman is on the south spawn of Malinovka. Well, this is solely a tier 10 game, and he's got to be the eyes of his teammates. This is the only light tank in the game. The enemy team also has an EBR, so he's going to be dueling with that guy, but he's moving as quickly as he can to get to the ramp, because that's the best place to take on the enemy and watch them as they go up the hill and put rounds into their rear as you do so. Fantastic run, he's getting there. Oh, he's not stopping, oh, yes he is. I thought for a second he was actually going to try and do a run down into the enemy territory, but he's actually stopped at the ramp, and he's now getting fantastic spots on the enemy, proving where everyone is. Even spotted the Conqueror gun carriage on the enemy team as he's going into his hiding place in the woods. Yeah, this is going to be very, very easy for his teammates, because he's found all of their enemy tanks in just one quick run. Now he's going to have to watch out, because some of them might get close. That Gorilla 15, the Leopard, they are rather close, but so long as they don't move towards the ramp, he'll be able to spot them and keep them lit up until our teammates either shoot them or they get up on top of the hill. There's that Leopard again, asking his teammates to fire. The Leopard, he's obviously moving as if he knows he's been spotted, so he must have sixth sense on that vehicle. Yeah, he's dropped down to see if he knows where he's being spotted from. So I reckon the next time he comes up, he'll know where Baseman is. Well, not precisely, but close to where he is, because he'll realise he's actually up on top of this line, on top of this hill. So far, he's managed to pick up just under 2K's worth of spotting assist. He's now spotted an FV215B183, the Death Star. And in fact, actually, he's picked up a scout medal. So if they win the battle, he picks up that medal. There's a whole load of enemy right up on top of the hill at the moment. And I think we just saw the tracer from the Conqueror gun carriage firing up the hill. Of course, he's not going to reveal his position because he's needed to stay here to allow his teammates to see where the enemy disposition is. Calling for fire on the Leopard. Good job that guy doesn't have the commander's vision system, because if he did, he might actually spot the baseman sitting in this bush. Now hopefully somebody will spot that leopard. He's pointing the gun in this direction. But I think he might try and shooting at the hill behind him, so at the spotting place, or the ramp at F7. Bassman's just having a quick look all around. The Death Star was just outside the, well, just inside the view circle, but he must have good camo on that team, because on that crew, because he's gone unspotted again. And there was a Heshpan down there as well. Their EBRs come south. Our cap is being kind of threatened at the moment, but we are 2 tanks down on the enemy. Oh, somebody fired in this direction. I'm not sure who that one was. I kind of get the feeling that was the Death Star firing in this direction, just trying to work out where the baseman was. Okay, the Leopard is receiving fire now, so that's good news. And TVP's moved up as well. He's only a short distance away, although he is taking damage. And he's gone. Okay, Bassman couldn't wait any longer. He had to get some damage, so now he has to go into the dip because the Leopard will have seen him. Oh, he's taking a risk. Pop back up into the bush too soon. I think I would have left it just a few seconds more before I popped up. I don't think the guys up on the hill can see him though, even if he did. As long as he's got his reference points covered, you've got to remember that it's a reference points right at the base of the gun as well. In fact, Steve Wolfs was pointing out the other day that if you're actually spotting for your teammates, all you need to do is turn the gun sideways, and the reference point for the gun, so long as you're on a corner, might be outside. Oh, well, the Heshpan was aiming in this direction, hit the wheel, but because it's an EBR, it doesn't do any damage to the vehicle, even though that was an HE round. Okay, he's decided to get away from this position because it's just too darn dangerous with that Wizzy 1113 GFT. I almost got it wrong. Oh my god, what is he doing? Well, he's trying to avoid enemy fire, and he lost 88 hit points to his own antics, and now he's got hit in the wheel by that Wizzy. Oh, and he got hit by the enemy EBR. He's come round this way, and now he's gone. So he's got a patrol duty as well. And now he's going after that Leopard who made his way. Or is that another Leopard? It's another Leopard. Okay, so they've got 2 Leopards on the enemy team. But he spotted the other Leopard who's threatening the cap area. Okay, it seems there's only one enemy tank right up on top of the hill at the moment. It's the Heavy. And I think it's the Object 430U. Or is it? No, not the Object 430U. Object 260. Okay, that guy's going to get a bit of a shock any second. Unless the baseman doesn't turn around. There he is. Hello, goodbye. Oh! Oh, that was sneaky. Well, the guy got killed, but it wasn't the baseman who got him. In fact, he actually just took a round from the Leopard, the same one that was he was stalking for so long. So he's just going to stay in this area for a little while, and now he's going to go after the Wizzy 113 GFT. Or is he? This could be interesting. The enemy Arty is trying to find him, the Conqueror gun carriage. Okay, I think he fancies Arty. So he's going to make a quick dive down this side of the battlefield. He's right on the edge of the map. Was spotted there by the Leopard. The Leopard's a one-shot though. He could take the Leopard out with 1 round and then quickly go after the Conqueror. Conqueror is just down in the dip, in the inlet. There he is. Okay, the Leopard's already gone, so he's stalking the Conqueror at the moment. He's probably thinking to himself, oh no, not an EBR. And in fact, actually, he's skirting the edge, allowing his teammates to spot Puts one round in to make him a one shot for our Arty. But our Arty just fired, so it's going to take him a little while to reload. So Bassman will probably take the honours. Oh! Oh, that was close! That was very close! That probably would have wiped him out, but now he can take out the top crack. Yeah, he does. Okay, so that's his kill. He has been spotted. It's the Object 430U, I think, that saw him. The tables have been turned on the enemy now. And it's all down to the Bassman, I think, because he actually pushed into enemy territory, harassed them, allowed his teammates to get the kills. After the 260 was killed, it was just a matter of pushing down, and they did. So they've got the high ground now, and they're firing in on these enemy tanks. And I don't think they can see the Bassman at the moment, even though that Object 430U is within viewing range, yes. And yes, he's getting very close. And the 430's gone. There's a Death Star nearby. Oh, no, he's gone. Lakeside. And that's not the shopping mall I'm talking about. Yes, if you're a Brit, you know that Lakeside is a shopping mall. And there's the other Leopard, the one that was threatening our cap earlier. And now he's out the game, and that's it. He's got a victory. In no small part down to the Bassman. Look at that. 7.5k of damage spotted. Here's the end of battle stats to that game, and that was the first class tanker for the Bassman from Hell in the EBR 105. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, his first mark of excellence on the vehicle. He also got a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged, and he did get the scout medal in the end, which means he's got the Holy Trinity of spotting. Yes, the Holy Trinity is the spotter, patrol duty and scout. Normally, it's if you can get it with the ace, that's even better, but it means you've done your spotting job exceptionally well as a light tank to get all 3 of those. And it's nice that he got his first mark of excellence, and even if he only got a first class, he was instrumental in allowing his team to get that win. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest amount of damage in the game was done by Kramvan on his team with a high caliber and steel wall for 6,676 hit points of damage. The second highest damage was the Leopard on his team, managed a Confederate for 5,362. And the third highest damage in the game was the enemy Leopard, and I think that was the one that went south and was still alive right until the last shot. Yes, he got 4,316 hit points of damage. Bassman picked up 1,192, which is not a lot because it puts him in the second half of the table. But the thing was that he did excel on the spotting in that game. When it came to kills, it was the Viz 55 got 5 kills. The Object 140 got 3, and so did the Wizzy 113 GFT, who I butchered his name during the battle. And 2 kills went to the Bassman as well, which puts him in joint 3rd place. And when it came to, at least was it joint 3rd or joint 4th actually, because there was 2 players on with 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 3rd place because the Viz 55 managed 1,152, the Kramvan managed 1,135, and Bassman picked up just behind them with 1,102, and they were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. Bassman fired 7 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 5 penetrations. Damage of 1,192 hit points, of which 367 were at more than 300 meters. I think that was the shot he fired up the hill. 4 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 2 non-penetrations, and 2 hits by way of splash damage. Yes, he did get spotted after he fired at the enemy up the hill, and he got shot at by the Heshbon. Didn't pen. And that was the non-penetration, or at least one of them, I think. And he also got, and that was the splash, I think, as well, because it was an HE round. And he also got shot by the Wizzy 113 and the EBR as he was driving around. He spotted 10 of the enemy, so he actually got 1 more than he needed to get the scout medal. 3 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, 7,729 hit points of spotting assist. He did more than the 7.5 that we saw at the end of the battle. 64,028 credits from the battle, 32,014 from personal reserves, 96,041 credits altogether, and after repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, he took away 34,273 credits profit. 1,653 XP, same again from personal reserves, took away 3,306 experience points altogether. So this game was much better than the previous one. It took place a little while longer, a little while after that last game where he got the ace tanker. But the thing about the Bassman is he doesn't sit around. Once he's actually unlocked a vehicle and he's grinding it, he really moves. And that's why even only a few days after he actually got the ace tanker, he's now up at his first mark and he's moving onwards. So let's have a look at the third replay. Okay, the third and last battle is on the south spawn of Murovanka this time. So he's going to turn the tables on the enemy that he played on the first game. You can see it's a rather colourful EBR 105. I'm not sure really that camouflage really does you any good actually, I suppose, but well, he's moving very quickly towards the Magic Forest to try and get early spots on the enemy. It is a very good camo vehicle anyway. Yep, he's doing exactly what he did in the previous game, going into the tree to spot the enemy as they're coming into the Magic Forest. And boy, has he spotted a lot straight away. I think he's after another scout medal if he can get it. But he was spotted. The AMX-30B saw him. And he's putting backwards just as fast as he went forwards, or nearly. Now, some of the enemy have been spotted already over the other side of the battlefield. Oh! That was a bit nasty. Wizzy 111 Model 5A just fired a round right up his jacksie for 507. Ouch. Yeah, that was a suppository, I think. Anyway, let's go back to the other side of the battlefield. It was a heat round as well, my gum. You only need a standard AP to go through the hull of this thing. The armour is so light, it's unbelievable. The heaviest armour is 40mm on the front of the hull, 40 on the rear, 16 at the sides. The turret has only got 10 on the front, 10 at the sides, 15 at the front rather, 10 at the sides and rear. So yeah, armor piercing will do if you can hit these things. You don't need anything special. In fact, HE rounds will more likely go straight through. And of course, HE rounds will do a lot more damage than the heat round will. Well, he's really going to annoy the enemy this time. Now there's 3 light tanks on his team this game. He was the only one in the last battle. You can see there's a Manticore and there's also a T100 LT as well. Okay, this is really going to upset. Yeah, there's the EBR. Oh! And unfortunately got hit by the STB1 who's behind the EBR 105. And I think we just saw where the enemy Arty was as well. Yes, he's been spotted. He's moving. And as you should, if you ever get spotted by an enemy light tank, move quick because your opposite number is going to be onto you straight away. I know we're saying that some Arty players were saying that they wouldn't target Arty deliberately after the Arty nerf, but the fact of the matter is you know how important Arty players are in any battle. And therefore you have to take out your opposite number as quickly as you can, because otherwise your teammates are going to suffer some serious damage. Only an Arty player knows how important Arty is to a battle. Well, he's certainly frustrating the enemy. He's getting spotted a lot as well. The Manticore's gone down the far west side of the map. Looks like he's going to fire the Grella. Oh, somebody just fired to shoot him in the rear. You can see where that shot from the Wizzy went in, right into the engine compartment. The STB fired standard AP at him instead. Okay, Magic Forest time, I think. He might be able to come in behind the enemy. and that will frustrate them no end and actually make them turn their guns in the opposite direction, allow his teammates to have some chance to shoot them. The TVP just took some damage. He's got the spotting off that. Oh, narrowly misses the building, and the enemy is firing at him. Yes, if he can come in behind the enemy, it's going to make them turn their guns. It's also going to allow his teammates on that ridgeline to see them, see where they are, and start shooting at them. So if he can go in behind at the back of the Magic Forest, he's found the STB-01 again. Oh, the STB's taking a hammering as well. And there was an Arty shell coming out from the batch at 155.58. The STB is now one shot. He can get him. Ah, lovely! Take that, you beast. You shot me. I never thought I'd be cheering on an EBR 105, but it's actually the Bassman I'm cheering on. He does make very, very fast turns. I think some of those turns he could not track himself, but he could damage his wheel when he does. I know that EBRs are supposed to be able to do that sort of thing, but I do worry about it because I know you can throw a track, even on a tier 10 light tank, by turning too quickly just as you go over a jump or a turn. Of course, these things don't have tracks, but you can still damage the wheels. I think we did see in the Malinovka game that the Bassman actually did damage his vehicle himself because he took a fast turn coming out of the dip lakeside. Okay, he spotted a 277, or is that the STB who spotted him? And he's coming up on the enemy in the Magic Forest, so he's found the AMX-30. Don't drive away straight. Yes, he weaves as he goes. Good going. Oh! Look at that! The Arty's definitely trying to get him. Definitely trying to get him. There's 3 Arty in the game, or 2 Arty in the game actually on the enemy team. The batch out 155.58 and an Object 261. And I think one of them is definitely after him. And that may have been the Object 261 who landed around near him. Okay, there's still enemy tanks in the Magic Forest. So I think he's going to do a quick run over there to see if he can spot them. And he's found one, the Leopard, who immediately pulls back from his current position. Now, can he find the Wizzy? No. Oh, yes he has. But it may not have been him who found the Wizzy, because the 260 and the Leopard on our team are closer. The enemy Leopard is staying over the other side of the Magic Forest. Can't see the AMX-30 either. There's the enemy Arty, the Batchat. He's slowed down to get a shot off, but he's got the spotting off that shot from his teammate. He's going to try and get him again. Get closer. Yes! I know it's an Arty, but he is the enemy Arty, therefore it's perfectly okay for him to die. Okay, did that one of those quick turns again. He's found the 261. There he is. Oh, lovely. It was the E50M who got the coup de grace. And he's actually got a patrol duty now. Okay, there's still a Leopard in this forest somewhere. There he is. Okay, let's see if the E50M can do some damage to him. And if we hang around long enough, we might be able to finish him off. Okay. Where have you gone? Seems the Leopard is always being very, very good at hiding. He must win all the games at hide and seek. And there's the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. It's coming back this way though. That's the same one who put that round up his rear at the start of the game. So it'd be extra nice if he could hit that guy. Oh, and he's stunned it again. And he managed to get away with it by doing a quick turn at the as he was going up over the jump. He could have damaged his wheels. The Leopard's trying to escape to the north. He's headed north. He's getting hit. Now he's a one-shot. Oh, he killed him. He also aimed on, went over the jump, fired, bang, and that's another kill. So he's got 3 kills now. And now he's going after the Wizzy 111 Model 5A to get some compensation for the damage he did at the start of the game. There are 3 tanks up on the enemy. Okay. Nice aim shot. He auto-aimed on. Puts one in the direction of the AMX-30B, but he didn't get a kill. In fact, actually, he damaged the guy's tracks and he got damage assist off that one. Okay, the Wizzy is coming this way. Change position. Go behind him. Come up behind him. He'll have to turn his gun. We're still 3 up on the enemy. The AMX-30B is down here somewhere. Found him. Okay, nice careful aim shots. Yes! Kill shot! 4 kills now. You know, he could actually end up with a Top Gun. There's still plenty of enemy alive. 5 of them. Now he's got to work out where he can go. He's actually he's putting comments in chat, but I'm not going to mention what they are. Yes, he's being rather fruity, shall we say. I can't mention those words because, yes, I'd lose my PG-13. Oh, there goes the Wizzy. Yes, this is a family-friendly channel, so, yes, I can't mention what those words are, but they were naughty words. Okay, EBR 105, he's a one-shot, he's over the ridgeline, he's gone. Okay, there's still 3 enemy out there. He's got 2 kills to get a Top Gun. There's the Rhinoceronte and a Gorilla 15. Now, if somebody can put some damage into them, he can go in and get the coup de grace. Yeah, he's saying hit that Gorilla and then he'll go in and get the kill. I think I just saw an Arty round arcing towards the Gorilla. That's the 2-minute warning. This has been a long game for an EBR. They're normally dead after a few minutes in the battle, but that just goes to show how experienced Spaceman is. That he can stay alive this long in a battle in an EBR 105. He's found the 277. He is a one-shot, so he might be able to take him out, or at least, is he a one-shot? Wasn't sure about. No, he is now. Now he's a one-shot. You can go after him, Baseman. The Gorilla's a one-shot. He wants that kill. He's locked on. He gets him. Nice. Now, go over to the 277. Take that guy out. Leave the Rhinoceronte alone. There's the 277. Oh, he so wants that kill. He's slowing down to make it accurate. Locked on. Need to get close. He's just over the ridgeline. Oh, he's gone. And that means it's got to be the Rhinoceronte. He just took a hit. He's a one-shot. Go for it. Yes! Kill shot! Wins the game. That was a pretty effective game by the Bassman from Hell. You know how much I enjoy these battles by my voice at the end. That was a really good victory, taking on the Rhino Sorrenti just at the moment he took a hit which lowered his hit points to one shot. It's a first class tanker for the Bassman from Hell, and yet again he got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got a top gun because he took out 6 enemy vehicles during that game, as well as a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. And he did a heroic battle, heroic game going up and down the forest trying to spot the enemy and let his teammates get some shots in. He couldn't get the scout medal because in a battles like this on Murovanka, some of the team go one side, some of the team go the other side, and well, it's very difficult to spot the enemy on the west side of the map when you're in the magic forest and there's trees all around you. So his win rate from that battle, 2,470, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, in this one, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A, who shot him up the rear right at the start of the battle. He got 4,702 hit points of damage. Second highest damage was the E50M with 4,698. And the third highest damage was the TVP T5051 on his team with 4,133. You can see that the Bassman picked up 1,661, which puts him in the upper half of the table on this game. And of course he's got those 2 medals. The 261 on his team managed to get a Confederate, and the IS-7 got a steel wall. When it came to kills, he managed to get the highest number with 6. 4 kills went to the E50M, 3 kills went to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top on that one as well. So top on 2 columns. 1,125 to the Bassman, 1,049 went to the E50M, and they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000. And the next highest player after that was the GWE100 with 698. So you can see these guys were working their butts off to actually enable their teammates to get the shots on the enemy. He fired 10 rounds at the enemy, got 8 direct hits and 7 penetrations, 1,661 hit points, all of it done at close range. Received 2 hits from the enemy, both penetrations, one from the Wizzy 111 Model 5A right at the start where the heat round went right up his rear, and then the second one was from the STB, and that was when he went over that mound. I'm afraid he was just too close to the STB and he was ready for him, and yeah. 6 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 4,710 hit points of spotting assist. He earned 53,339 credits from the game, 26,669 from personal reserves, a total of 80,008 credits altogether. And after repair, ammunition, respawn, and consumables, he earned 23,189 credits profit. 1,687 XP, same again from personal reserves, took away 3,375 experience points altogether. So yes, the Bassman from Hell is having a bit of fun in the Panhard EBR 105. Yes, he is terrorizing the Arty. That's what he's supposed to do if they're the enemy Arty. They are targets, therefore they've got to be removed from the game. And you can see the enemy's having a lot of difficulty trying to take him out of the game. Even though they do manage to get the occasional shot into him, they either wound him or they put a hole in him, they don't stop him. And he's certainly racking up a large number of games, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his 2nd mark of excellence or even his 3rd mark of excellence before long. So I hope you enjoyed those 3 games. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm.
Come on. Let's go.
And of course, please do remember we've got a 2nd channel called The General, where there's replays without any commentary whatsoever to spoil it, and you see lots of really great players earning fantastic numbers of medals off superb battles. Thanks for watching.